This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
PlayStation.
All I can say is bravo, Sony, bravo. At a point where you could just only disappoint people, you've done nothing but impress people. And for me to say that, that's really saying a lot. I've been very vocal about OLED deaths. I've been very vocal about how the PS3 is a piece of shit. But Sony won me back as a customer, all with this press conference. And here's why. For one, there was a very funny moment where they basically gave the big middle finger to Microsoft with the whole use game bullshit and the always online shit. They even have a little teaser video they released on YouTube. See what I mean? It's pretty fucking funny. But, this is the Sony I remember from the PlayStation 2 era. This is the Sony that I used to like. And I'm glad that they're back. I'm glad that they priced the system at $399. I'm glad that they're undercutting Microsoft by $100 out of the gate. I'm glad that Sony is going to be transferring current PlayStation Plus subscriptions over to the PS4 free of charge. I am glad that Sony still refuses to charge for online play. I'm glad that Sony is introducing finally cross-platform, cross-gameplay chat. I am glad that Sony is doing everything possible to do things right. The console design looks interesting. I need to really see some more photos. My first reaction is like, what the hell is that? Because it's a very odd looking box. Makes it look more like a game console than Microsoft's VCR. But I have to say, Sony did it right. They announced Kingdom Hearts 3, something that we've been waiting for since the PlayStation 2 days. We thought we would see a Kingdom Hearts 3 on the PlayStation 3, but that never happened. All we saw were just rehashes on Nintendo consoles, and we have the 1.5 HD remake. I'm glad they're actually going to be releasing a Kingdom Hearts 3. Other games that they showed off, I might get Killzone. I don't know. I've never played it, but I'm just being honest here as a gamer. I really am looking forward to a bright future with the PlayStation 4. Thus, as much as you guys are going to hate me, which I know you will, I pre-ordered the damn thing. Yes, I pre-ordered the PlayStation 4. Why? Because they struck every possible nerve with me, in a good way. I had chills going up and down my spine when I was watching the video where they're showing off Kingdom Hearts 3. I think Sony got their head out of their ass and finally realized what it takes to offer a good gaming system at a fair price. They cared about the games. Yeah, they touched a little bit into video, which, by the way, why the fuck do you name your service Video Unlimited when it's not a unlimited service? See, now Netflix is an unlimited service. Video Unlimited is actually a rent/purchase service. So where the fuck does unlimited come to play? That's my pet peeve with Sony naming it that. Music Unlimited is legitimately unlimited, but Video Unlimited, not quite. But yeah, I'm very interested in what Sony will bring us the next, this, entire generation. I think they priced it at a very fair price. Very fair. You have to also remember, for a lot of people out there are trying to say, well, why is everyone bashing Microsoft for releasing it at $500? They're like, well, people will buy iPads and stuff. Well, you have to understand, a gaming box only games, whereas a computer does more than one thing. While I was watching the presentation, I was playing League of Legends and chatting with people at the same time. So I was doing 3 different things at the same exact time on my PC. You can't do that with any console. Secondly, with a $1,000 graphics card, there's plenty more that you can do besides gaming. You can do video editing much faster. You can do OpenCL applications, which I do use. 3D rendering can be done with a graphics card. Something that, a console can't do. I mean, consoles are not meant to be production machines. They're meant to be media consumption machines. And Sony is doing an extremely good job pleasing me by not having this anti-use game bullshit, by not having this you must connect once every 24 hours bullshit. As I said, Microsoft could have the best games in the world. No one's going to support the bullshit that it comes with. It's like saying, hey, you can buy this Mercedes for $100. Plenty of strings attached to that deal. We're just not going to tell you what they are yet. Are you interested? I wouldn't be. It's just Microsoft is fucking themselves over. Like they really don't get it, and it's amazing. It's like the tides have turned. The Microsoft of now is what Sony was when they launched the PlayStation 3. They were arrogant pieces of shit that thought they can do whatever the hell they wanted, and people would just buy into it. Sony got a beat down by its customers. Customers refused to spend $600 on their gaming system. Customers refused to support them the way they supported them back in the PlayStation 2 era. And you see what happens when you go down, when you're the bottom dog, bottom on the pits. You're going to plan, you're going to figure out exactly what it would take to win your customers back. And they listened. Now, there are still some, things that are meh. They did announce that there is plans for some sort of backwards compatibility with Gaikai. I don't know if they'll just do this thing where if you stick in a PlayStation 3 disc to verify you own the game, as long as that disc is in your system, you can stream that game from Gaikai for free. I hope I wish they do something like that. Same thing with PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1, because they did say access this huge-ass library. It will be awesome if Sony allows you to just stick the disc in. Yes, it's not running natively on the console, but just to verify that you own the game, that you could, be able to access that game streaming from the cloud just by popping that disc in your system. That will be a huge victory for Sony. And that's one thing I think they're going to end up doing. If you notice, there's been a few job requests for somebody to develop PlayStation 2 emulation. This will probably be added to the PlayStation 3, but I do see this somehow integrating with Gaikai. And I think Sony is in for an extremely bright future. And I just can't believe I've made a video talking nothing but positives about Sony. Never thought I would actually do so. So let's see how things play out. They still fucked up the Vita. I mean, they said, we got all these games. Honestly, Vitas are shit. Like, I have one. It's been sitting there collecting dust. I only play pinball games on it. They haven't released any game on there right now that it was worthwhile for me to purchase. And, I bought almost all the launch titles for the thing, but that's it. That's it. There's nothing they've released since its launch that actually made me want to go out and buy a game. So take care, guys. Look out for future videos. I'll have Nintendo's review tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to Mario Kart as well as the new 3D Mario title. I'm wondering if it's going to be Galaxy 3 or is it going to be some other game. We're definitely going to be very interested in that. And I'm a very happy camper. I'm telling you, Sony made my day, and I'm hoping Nintendo will make my day tomorrow. So, again, take care. Look out for future videos.